Dear AEW, take my money. Dear AEW, take my money. Take my money. Take my money. Dear AEW, take my money. Yo, shit. Dear AEW, take my money. Take my money. Take my money. Dear AEW, take my money. If anybody's in here, let me know in the chat, man. As always, late. But this time it wasn't on me. This was on Mr. Kennebrew this time. Oh shit. First time ever. It was on Mr. Kennebrew. We're gonna go ahead and start this thing off real quick. We're gonna start it up. Who are you? It's Beer Drink with my partner George Kennebrew, the Wrestling Mastermind. We're just two marks with mics, okay? Chill out. What's cracking, man? Holy shit. Been a minute. Just decided to go on here. I was trying to kind of switch it up a bit and do it a little more decent. And I definitely wanted to do one tonight just for the fact that the whole Jordan Myles situation with Jordan Myles situation of him just up and leaving. The one thing I hate about this is that for some reason it does not refresh my chat in the damn program. So I have to have a backup plan on that. But it is what it is, man. I'm just, whenever George is done watching NXT, I'm going to see if I can add him. I know I can add him in. I'm going to add him in the video and shit. If anyone want to call in now, let me know. I have to set it up real quick, though. First beer in like 5 days. Boys, that tastes delicious. Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start off with a damn screen share. I wanted to see about, what was it? Fucking, what's cracking, Gorilla Strong, man. What's cracking, man? In there. I'm going to try to pull up another tab because I found it real funny about the whole Did you hear about Jordan Myles or no? Jordan Myles. I think everybody's looking at him in the wrong way, man. No one knows. Yeah, ACH. Yeah. Everybody looking at him like he's the fucking bad guy villain in the situation because he overreacted. Like, shit, man, sometimes you gotta fucking overreact, and that's the thing that people don't understand is, like, people don't know what happened in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't know how much shit that he may have already had a situation in the back to where he didn't fucking say anything, and then that t-shirt was just the fucking his last straw, man. That's my thing. That shit crazy. Let me see. Jordan Myles t-shirt. And I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Hold on. Cause I found that shit real disrespectful, to be honest. And I'm not the one, like how a lot of people that they claim that's what people say, like, oh, it's a victim complex. Like, people just saying, like, motherfuckers looking for shit. Like, yeah, he wasn't just looking for shit, man. That shit was kind of fucked up. I don't give a damn what nobody say. But I'm trying to see if I can pull that bitch up real quick. Oh, it's on sale, too. Oh, no, it ain't. I'm about to say, that'd be funny if it was for sale on the fucking WWE website. That'd be fucked up. In the game. In that bitch. Yeah, I'm behind them too, man. Like, and that's my thing. Like Booker T said. Booker T said that it was unprofessional the way that he. I think I'm too loud. The way he dealt with it. Maybe he did deal with it a bit unprofessional, but at the same time, like, get the fuck out of here. And my thing's like, shit. Just how I said, you don't know if he had a struggle in backstage with the higher ups in WWE off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And maybe this was like not really a punishment, but just like a kind of slap in the face. Like, you know what, we're going to do this. Because, I mean, it's a blatant thing. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, people that are saying that, like, they don't fucking see the similarities and anything. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers got the shit twisted. Because my thing, like I said, I'm not even the one that's going to be, like, always looking for something. Because that ain't me. But that was definitely some shit, man. Definitely some shit. I'm trying to find the shit up real quick. Because there was another article put out on it. Definitely though, man. Like I said, and how about this? For all the people that, and that's what's hilarious. For all the people that are like, oh, I don't. It's not. It wasn't even anything wrong with that shirt or anything. Like I'm like, I showed the shirt to my daughter earlier, just playing around, and she was just like had that look on her face. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? She's like, that's like those things that we see at the antique places. Like, you know how like when you go to antique places, they have pretty much anything, and they normally have those little dolls at the antique places where they have like you could put like a quarter or a penny in there and then press down on it and it goes like this and fucking like shoots the money in the thing. But that's the thing that I just did not get. I'm like, how, are y'all fucking kidding me? Y'all really didn't see any similarities in this T-shirt as far as like as far as what I'm talking about. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. I think Booker T's kind of neutral in it. But shit, for what it is, he's still in good standings with the company. So, of course, he's not going to come out there and just say what the fuck he wants to say about it. So, it is what it is. But I just find it just hilarious, man. Just fucking insane. Okay, look, and look, this is the valid point that I will say, but it still didn't make sense because if he saw the T-shirt on any other color thread, whether a white thread, a nice gray thread, a blue thread, it doesn't matter what color T-shirt that this was printed out on. He should have caught that earlier because that's the portion that I kind of don't believe in, or that I don't believe when they saying like, oh, he passed it, but it was on a white shirt and it was on a gray shirt or some shit and he didn't notice it then. Like, look, let's see it on a blue shirt. I still kind of see that, but then I definitely see it on the blue shirt. Let's see it on a white shirt. On a white shirt, not so much. It kind of just looks like that, but at the same time, look at it's like in a smile, and then those are definitely fucking teeth. Like it's more teeth on the top, or you can see in the smile, and less on the bottom. So it's definitely dumb as fuck. Like the whole argument of them saying that like, okay, no, he was perfectly fine with it at first, but then whenever it was presented as a black T-shirt like this, then he had a sudden change of outlook on it. That was just the dumbest shit I ever seen. That was the dumbest shit I ever thought of. Harvey Weinstein was cracking. Oh gosh, I would love to hear what New Jack has to say about it too. But you know the thing about New Jack, he's not gonna pull any punches. He's not gonna pull any punches just for the fact that New Jack never been part of that company. New Jack pretty much knew, shit, if I go there, I can't be New Jack. So that's the reason why New Jack said the hell with it. But okay, now we have George, the Wrestling Mastermind, Kennebrew. Oh, y'all could probably see that, huh? Let me get that out of there. See, this is how unprofessional I am right now. I'm showing y'all my damn screen. Oh, no, okay, no, y'all ain't seeing my screen yet. Okay, cool. I think I may have this shit down. But Scott Steiner. Let me see. We have Harvey Weinstein. I just crapped in my pants. Oh, you just shit in your pants? Maybe you shouldn't shit your pants, Mr. Weinstein. But shit, I don't know if I were you, Mr. Weinstein. I'd shit in my pants too. After all you've done wrong in this industry, not wrestling, but entertainment in general. Bet there's a Hollywood actress out there that would love. Yeah, definitely. But speaking of Scott Steiner, shit, I just ate. Not just ate. Damn, it was probably around a month ago. I've eaten there probably about 5 times. Scott Steiner owns these he owns a, fuck, I was about to say Shoney's. He owns a Shoney's out in Ackworth, Georgia. And I just randomly like, because I don't fucking like Shoney's. But whenever I'm just out that way, because I used to live out that way, and I see a Shoney's, I'm always trying to like go through there like, yo, man, maybe fucking Steiner, maybe Steiner will be here tonight. So far, no good though. I haven't gotten up with Mr. Steiner yet. But shit, man, I have Mr. Kennebrew, man. I'm waiting on him. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a call real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and look. I'm not away. Shit, you can still hear me. If there's anything in particular, because as soon as I get George on the line, aka the Wrestling Mastermind, as soon as I get him on, we're gonna kind of not really recap, but just kind of talk a little bit about about AEW Dynamite. Maybe even talk a little bit about NWA Power. I shitted on NWA Power for the past 2 weeks. The past 3 episodes, 3, 4, and 5, were horrible. This past episode 6 wasn't that bad. It was kind of entertaining, but I got blocked during that time by Jim Cornette for a fucking NWA Power an NWA Power review that I did, and you can see that on the channel. Let me see if I can refresh this chat again. It's just not gonna work. So fuck it. I'm gonna just leave it alone and just leave it there. And I'm gonna go ahead and see about giving George a call real quick. Where you at, George? Where you at, motherfucker? Hold on. Let me hit this dude up real quick. Yeah, let me see. Oh, it signed me out? Kind of shit is that? Holy shit. I hope I didn't forget my password. Watch me done forgot my password. Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on. What's cracking, dude? Theseus? Let me see. Why in the fuck did it reset my password? That's what I want to know. Oh, fuck. I don't know if it did or not. Hold on. Hold up. And are we in there now? Oh my gosh. You got it right. Yeah, definitely I got that shit right, man. I'm trying to see how to call this motherfucker up, man. Let me see. That's what I'm saying. This shit. Hold up. Did you send? You know, I'm gonna leave it to right here for now until I get this motherfucker on here, and then we'll be rolling like a motherfucker, dog. I just don't understand why this. Because now I'm using Skype instead of that StreamYard shit, man. StreamYard is like annoying as fuck. Do you think ACH is going to AEW? If ACH went to AEW, that would be the best thing for AEW and ACH, to be honest. That would be fucking dope on him. That would just be a good look for all parties. And to be honest, that could be AEW's kind of ticket to just fucking cheap shots at WWE, to where they will kind of be not granted, but like they would be kind of justified, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he can go on there and almost shoot a Steve Austin type, or even like, you know what I'm saying, like, not anyway, ain't a pipe bomb, because shit, he's already done with the company, but just pretty much just air them out on fucking AEW TV, and then that's when the war is really on. That's just gonna be, it's gonna be crazy though, trust that. There we go. Now I can call the motherfucker. Let me see. Let's go. Oh, okay, trying to call. Let me see. Let me do him a video call real quick to see if he. We're gonna see if he fucking pop in here. He should automatically pop in though, to be honest, cause I already have it. It's Dan, can y'all hear that? I bet that's loud as a bitch, ain't it? Let's say he's not online. You can't see it, can you? If y'all can see the Skype shit, man, I am so unprofessional, and forgive me for that. Oh shit, that's loud as a motherfucker. God damn. Damn, it's on there too. Shit. Turn this hoe down, dog. Holy fuck. My bad, yo. My bad, y'all. I did not really. I did not. What's up? You there, George?
Yeah, but I can't see you.
It may be. It's probably gonna be the same issue. You're gonna have to use the do it how we did it last time. Let me go ahead and bring up the the NDI, and then boom, you'll be in there like swim. Okay, you already in there. You already part. Can everybody see Mr. George Kennebrew, aka the Wrestling Mastermind, in the stream live? We're on split screen right now, and I'll just pretty much start it off just talking about. And my bad, Duke, man. That Skype call shit is loud as hell. I forgot that it would even have the sound of the Skype call in there. But do y'all see the Wrestling Mastermind, George Kennebrew, on the right side of your screen? But hopefully so. Let me see. And also just a little if y'all could help me out, I wanted to know if anyone knew or if anyone knows the hold up, let me put it up here. Y'all can put it up here. If anyone knows the shortcut in order to have a window always stay on top. Do you know what that shortcut is, George? It's probably like alternate something, but I'm trying to
I
figure it
don't.
out. You don't
I
know?
have no. I have no clue
Damn
how
it,
to
George.
operate this. I really don't.
Man, you a fucking mastermind. You can't tell me how to keep one window on top.
I'm
Damn it.
a. I'm a wrestling mastermind. I
Oh,
didn't
that's right.
say I'm a computer
You right.
mastermind. I'm a mastermind when it comes to talking wrestling.
Word, you're right. You're right. Hey, say
Yeah.
something else, man. I gotta make sure I get these levels right.
I am a wrestling mastermind, not a computer
You know
mastermind.
what? Truthfully, just go ahead and introduce yourself to anybody that hasn't been involved with the listening process of the show and whatnot. Let me go ahead and get that muted out. Go ahead.
Well, for those of you that don't know, allow me to introduce myself. My name is
Hove.
George Kennebrew.
Name is Ho. H to the O V.
Yeah. What he said. No, I'm just kidding. But no, for those of y'all that don't know, seriously, my name is George Kennebrew, of course. I am known as the Wrestling Mastermind because I know a little something about wrestling, down to the details, if you want to put it that way. But be that as it may, I am, the official co-host with AG or Beer Drink, whatever you want to call them,
We're gonna
here
call.
on
Hey,
the
we're gonna
Two
go with
Marks with
we're
a
gonna go
Mic.
with beer drink, man. We're gonna go with beer drink, shout.
All right, well there you go. Beer
Not
Drink.
shouty though. Not shouty though.
Oh,
Just beer
beer. Oh,
drink.
just Beer Drink. Oh, I'm sorry. Copyrights, pal.
if
Copyright.
Hey, and
But no,
also if y'all are in the chat, and if y'all still in the chat, man, go ahead and say something because I need to know that y'all are still in this bitch for real, for real.
yeah. Um, I was hoping to be on a little bit earlier, or whatever. But I didn't want to come on here and have y'all, dissing me and stuff, acting like I didn't know what the hell I was talking about when it came to AEW Dynamite and NXT.
It's all
So
good.
I had to catch up on what I missed on NXT because I'll admit, All Elite Wrestling had my attention tonight, as it does every night, or what
Yeah.
have you.
So, so what did
So
you think? What did you think as a whole on the show before we like kind of dive into it, and then after that, in between or after, we may jump back on the Jordan Myles situation. You saw the video that I did earlier,
Oh,
right?
of course. Oh, of
Okay.
course.
But what did you
I
think
mean,
about AEW, the whole AEW show?
I mean, AEW was great tonight.
Yeah, I liked it.
As of late, I don't know if anybody else would agree with me, but AEW has been, slam dunking it ever since they debuted on TNT. I mean, I watched the Full Gear scrum late Saturday night. Tony Khan is very pleased. Apparently, the people at TNT are very pleased with the ratings
So they
that
getting that
AEW.
money. Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
know.
pleased with that paycheck. That's what's
They really are. But
up.
at the same time, though, I think they are legitimately pleased with the numbers and the viewership that AEW is doing, like on a
Mhm.
very serious note. Because the thing about it is, if you ask me, that separates AEW Dynamite from NXT is it's in your face, like it's intense,
Mhm.
fast-paced action. NXT is very fast-paced too, but at the same time, with AEW, what puts them on a little bit higher level than NXT, in my opinion, and what gives them the edge is the fact that they do a little bit better job of building up their superstars. Like, It's not a whole bunch of fluff and a whole bunch of cluster. Um,
Fuckery.
yeah, in one show. And again, I got nothing but love for NXT, but at the same time, if I had to point out a certain flaw that I think they have, is I think, sometimes they have the inability to build their superstars up properly
Mm-hmm.
because much like AEW, NXT has a very deep roster and a roster full of world class professional wrestling talent. But I just feel like, a lot of the talent that they do have that should have been pushed or built up to this point still haven't gotten that opportunity. And that's what kind of makes me scratch my head to a certain extent when it comes to NXT.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as storylines, in-ring action, phenomenal. But at the same time though, when you talk about AEW, the thing about AEW is AEW is not afraid to take risk. And what I mean by that is they're not afraid to put on those matches, that, you know, will have people talking to the sense of, you know, they're going too far or get people to say, well, wait a minute, they're going too far. They might be overstepping their boundaries. Like that's the risk you have to take,
Yeah.
especially in this modern day of professional wrestling, especially when you're talking about going head to head in competition with another company. All bets are off. You got to throw, all your coins on the ground, so to speak, and just let them land where they land. And I feel like NXT does that to a certain extent, but I just don't believe that NXT, would be willing to put on a lights out match, an unsanctioned match. I don't think they would have the balls to do that.
No, they
And
wouldn't
again,
because it's WWE and it's more of
yeah,
a
it's
kid
still
friendly thing. But that's the thing though to me to where is I think. Do you think it was a good idea the Moxley? Um, 'Cause
Omega match.
I assume that's what you're kind of talking about as
Yeah,
far as like edgier type match, man. Like
yeah,
in a
it
way,
was.
I kind of agree with cause I listened to it wasn't Arcadian fan. It was pretty much Jim Cornette shit, and he said it kind of hit it on the head. It's like shit. A lot of newer fans or fans that aren't into that type of wrestling, they would kind of turn them off to AEW, especially in AEW being a newer company. Like that's something that they may have should have done a little bit later down the line. You agree with that or nah? You think they should have kept it edgy and just
Yeah,
pretty much do
I'm
what they
gonna
want to do?
disagree. I'm gonna strongly disagree with Cornette.
All right, Cornette
I
about to
give.
block the fuck out of you.
I don't give a shit. Fuck
If you in
him
the
and
chat,
his.
say something. If you in the chat, say so. I need to know if
I
y'all are in the
don't.
chat
I
still.
don't give a damn about Jim Cornette. I love him, but fuck him and his Wendy sandwiches with extra mayo and mustard and all that other shit. But anyway, I strongly disagree with him. If you're a new company and you're trying to pull um wrestling fans that are brand spanking new, like you just want to give it to them in one fall swoop. Like I just said, you have to take that risk. You have to throw all your coins on the ground because if you hesitate, especially at this point in time in the early stages when you're trying to build your foundation and
Mm-hmm.
build your legacy of your company, like if for 1 second you have second thoughts about doing something that you know that you want to do, that you know is going to get people interested, and you don't do it, that
Mm-hmm.
may come back to haunt you down the road. So I commend AEW for putting on that lights out match with Omega and Moxley. And see that the thing of it is like, come on, y'all. Like Moxley and Omega, they're no rookies here. Okay, these are seasoned veterans,
Yeah.
especially Omega. This guy's traveled around the world and back. And
Mm-hmm.
and Moxley, he's a well accomplished superstar, both on the independent and in the mainstream. So these two know what the hell that they're doing. Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't want to hear all of this senile grandpa talk from Jim Cornette talking about that's gonna turn off modern day wrestling fans. The thing of it is
It's a give.
fans.
It's a give and take and everything. Like, of course, it's going to turn off a few fans, and truthfully, maybe a lot of the like younger fans because maybe the parents don't want them to see matches like
And
that.
that's understandable.
And
That's
maybe
understandable.
and some adults that like are just on about like the gruesome shit and like they don't want to see blood as much. Like it's like so it's a give and take. Like I put it this way, you're not gonna see it in WWE. So
Hell no,
if you do want to
anymore.
if you do want to see something like that. And on a broad, like if you want to see it on on a big scale and not like on a fucking DVD that you have to order or fucking have to fly out to New Jersey, New York or some shit and watch like CZW or some shit like that.
Right.
AEW can deliver it, so it's like pretty much it's up to the fans.
And see the thing of
like
it
we
is
want part
too.
2. Mm-hmm.
And the thing of it is too, man, it's variety. That's another thing that I believe separates AEW from NXT is they give you variety. And I know listening to, other podcasts and reading up on stuff, I know that has generated some criticism to a certain extent for AEW and a lot of, wrestling pundits and wrestling media people, don't like that or
Oh,
whatnot.
you
But
said you called me a wrestling pumpkin?
no, I said pundit.
Oh, I thought you called me a wrestling pumpkin.
No,
because
no,
I was
no,
like,
no.
man, like
And
Halloween already over.
I wasn't even talking about you, AG. I mean, I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying, like, these other people out here that I'm listening to that are just so stuck in their ways about, oh, we have to have, the vanilla clean
Yeah,
cut. Oh, let's not bend the rules a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's just have
yeah,
straight up catch can matches all the time. No.
yeah.
Okay? No, everybody wasn't brought up on 90s WCW.
Yeah.
Everybody wasn't brought up on 80s
Hey,
WWF.
hey, but one
Okay?
thing though, if y'all do want that, I have the perfect show for you, and it's on YouTube, free of charge at 6:05 every Tuesday. It's called
Yeah.
NWA Power.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, everybody, especially when you talk about these millennial wrestling fans, a lot of them didn't grow up on that, so they may not be able to draw towards that. It's easy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because the thing of it is, when you're dealing with younger people, the one thing that I've learned, like, in my 31 years of living, is that younger people, they want something that's going to draw their interest, number one, and that's going to maintain their interest. And
Mm-hmm.
with drawing and maintaining their interest, they like to see excitement. They
Yeah,
like to see, rebellion. They like to see boldness. They like to
yeah,
see stuff that's not, conforming, to the status quo or whatnot. And I feel like that's what All Elite Wrestling represents. They
mm-hmm.
represent, you know what I'm saying, not, doing the traditional, not, doing, the usual or
Yeah,
whatnot.
and
They're giving you a little bit of everything in, a new school 20th century way.
yeah,
And
yeah.
and
Hey,
that's
hey, hey.
why
Oh, my bad. Go ahead and get done, because like I said, I'm
and
gonna get to some of these comments real quick.
yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, going back to, just my overall summary of Dynamite and NXT. First of all, I thought both shows were spectacular tonight, but I still give AEW the edge
Me too. Me
just
too.
because of
I agree with that 100%.
the simple fact of when you look at NXT tonight. And okay, it was a chaotic show because they're warming up, for NXT Takeover War Games / Survivor Series, and you look at how they're laying out all of these segments of these attacks in this chaos. But you flip over to TNT and you watch Santana and Ortiz and the Young Bucks brawl all throughout the arena.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, you watch, somebody like Cody Rhodes come out and make his return. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Cody Rhodes actually ended up being at Dynamite anyway, even though he was not, quote unquote, medically cleared, supposedly to be there. But anyway,
That's
when
fucked
you
up, man.
when,
That's
when
fucked
you
up.
look at when you look at all of this chaos that ensued on All Elite Wrestling, and you look at the way that it's shot, and you look at the camera angles, and you just look at the way the talent, just performs,
Mm-hmm.
the whole entire segment itself, like,
Yeah, it
It,
is.
it's put it like this. Put it like this. It's like comparing a motion picture to a sitcom. And that is in no way a diss to NXT. But again, just going back to the presentation and the production of it all. And again, this goes back to what I was saying before Dynamite. Even before the premiere of Dynamite was even about to commence. AG, you remember the one word that I hammered was visual presentation. And
Mm-hmm.
this is exactly what you're getting with AEW every Wednesday. Like
Yep.
you're getting mature. It seems like 1,000% more professional visual presentation from All Elite Wrestling. Because, like I said, when you see this brawl that happened with Proud and Powerful and the Young Bucks for those 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever, compared to, Candice LeRae and Marina Shafir and Jessamine Duke and all of the other NXT superstars brawling throughout the arena, it's like you're looking at a sitcom
Yeah, I got you.
compared to All Elite Wrestling, where it's actually a motion picture like scene.
Yeah.
Because number
It's,
one, you know, the way that it started and the way that it carried out into the arena, and then on top of that, the most important thing was the talent that's involved as well. And to me, this feud between the Young Bucks and Proud and Powerful, I believe Proud and Powerful are the perfect villains for the Young Bucks in this feud. For the simple fact that Santana and Ortiz, number one, actually come from the streets, and number two, are given the creative freedom in All Elite Wrestling
man,
to
they
portray.
ain't from the streets, man. They from their mom's vagina, man. Fuck
Look,
them niggas. But
hold
hey,
on,
look, hey, let's get off.
hold on. Let me
Let
finish
me.
my last.
AEW's hard and it's harder than WWE
I
in
know,
a
right,
nutshell.
right. But I'm just saying. At least on the surface, when you see the way that they go about, making their point against, other, opposition or whatever, like I said, in AEW, they're given that creative freedom to portray that image. Now, you may not think they're not from the street, but when you see the way that they attack the Young Bucks or the way that they attack the Rock and Roll Express, you would think they were from the street. You would think
Yeah.
these guys are a bunch of damn thugs because they come out of nowhere and, they start drama and they beat up, on people unjustly or have an unfair advantage, however you want to label it, and you think these guys are a bunch of street punks from New York. But that's the whole point. That's what makes the characters work. And when you talk about somebody like the Undisputed Era, again, no offense, but you look at the Undisputed Era and you're just thinking like, okay, these are a bunch of guys that, went to wrestling school and got really, really tight and was like, hey, let's form a group. You know what I'm saying? Let's be the big jocks on campus, Let's be the cool kids that go around, you know what I'm saying, stuffing people's, face in their lunch or
Mhm.
or locking them, in their lockers or giving them whatchamacallit, swirlies in the bathroom. That's what I
Yeah.
look at when I see the Undisputed Era. But when I
Yeah.
look at a team like Proud and Powerful or just the Inner Circle altogether, those are a bunch of legit grown men that will seriously kick your ass if you mess with one of them. Just like that shit we saw with Jake Hager a couple of weeks ago when he beat down Dustin in the parking lot. That's some grown man shit. That's some gangster shit
Yeah.
compared to what the Undisputed Era did, or,
Yeah.
or or how they go about attacking people.
Well,
Like
hey,
I said,
yeah, fuck
they're
that,
just,
man. We gotta get we gotta get on to the
hey man, I'm just
we gotta get
see,
on
I'm
to
trying to
fucking
be the
recapping the
wrestling
show.
mastermind here.
Well, shit, man.
Beard Drake.
We gotta get on to fucking recapping the show. Fuck. Well,
See,
look, fuck.
he wants me to give my thoughts
I mean,
on
fuck.
AEW and NXT, but now he wants to transition. But
No, no,
okay.
no, no. I'm talking about transitioning into the actual AEW show. Like we've been on fucking damn what do you call it? Like kind of comparing AEW to the NXT brand
Okay,
this whole time.
I'm wound up.
We gotta
I'm
get on
wound
this.
up, baby. I'm wound
We
up.
gotta get on the show.
It's war season in professional wrestling. You gotta get with it. Beer drink.
Word. Hey, look, Duke Theseus, he liked the Moxley match, the Moxley Omega match. I think everybody who doesn't like it have already been conditioned by the WWE with less violent hardcore matches, which is right. Ghost
Yeah.
Shadow, he was also another fan of the Moxley Omega match at Full Gear. He said it was insane. And then
Okay.
Duke Theseus, when I brought up the NWA Power thing about like, okay, well, I have a perfect show for you. If things like this aren't for you, he said NWA Power is your granddad's wrestling in modern day, which is
Huh.
true. And that's the thing about the NW Power thing. I like the presentation of the first episode, but other than that, it just kind of got old to me just for the fact that the characters don't match up to the fucking old school studio background. That's the only gripe with the show. And then they sometimes certain episodes. I'll put it this way: episode 1 and this last episode 6 were the only episodes with decent matches. Uncle Chung, he said WWE isn't what it used to be, which is true, definitely, and
Yeah.
it never will be what it used to
Never
be.
will
because,
be.
Yeah, because
Never will be.
wrestling fans aren't what they used to be,
Right.
and also just in general, wrestling will never be what it used to be. And then
Right.
we hit another Duke comment. He said, "Yes, you get good presentation AEW, but in NXT's defense, AEW needs better music for the wrestlers." Definitely that.
That's
yeah.
kind of nitpicky. That's kind of nitpicky.
It is nitpicky. Actually, that is kind of nitpicky.
Because the thing of it is, let me, if I can interject real quick here, beer drink.
Go ahead.
Like, okay, I understand. I understand where he's coming from at the same time, because it's like, as I was explaining about presentation, your entrance music does have a big part in that, because that's pretty much your introduction to the fans, or your fans, if you have any,
Yeah.
if you're a talent or whatnot. But my thing is like, the bottom line is that when you make that walk to the ring and you step inside those ropes, that music is going to cut off. And that's where the real, proving ground begins. In between, or not in between, I should say, but, inside that squared circle. Because, your music is only going to be with you for a certain amount of time. Basically, when you walk into the ring and when you walk out of the ring. But I can't agree with him, like I said, only to a certain extent, that the theme music matters or whatnot. But it's not everything, though, because the bottom line is the people are going to be talking about how well you performed that night. They're not going to talk about how cool your entrance music is. They could give a shit about that. The main thing is
I ain't gonna lie though, I'd be on the entrance music. I like Cody's entrance. I like Cody's shit.
And the thing of it is the AEW talent.
It's a subconscious thing for me. Like, if it's real, I'll put it this way, if it's average, I don't really acknowledge it. But then if it's like fire, I'm like, oh shit. Cause like even Io Shirai, whatever the fuck her name is, cause I watched that NXT match, and then when her shit started, and it had like fucking like this like buzzy ass bass shit, like a distorted bass. I'm like, that shit. Yeah, I'm like, that shit fire.
You know who else? Theme music is really, really good that I never paid attention to.
Don't say MJF though.
Bronson Reed.
Okay, I need to hear his shit.
Yeah, Bronson Reed. It's kind of like a dubstep. It's kind of like a
You may go to it real quick.
Yeah, you can pull it up.
Let me see. It's Bronson Reed.
It's kind of like a trance. It's kind of like a trance dubstep type of theme, but it's really, really catchy. Like, if you listen to it, it's really catchy.
Spell Bronson, BRUN?
No, BRONSON.
Theme, all right, Bronson Reed thing. Let me know if you can hear this shit, man.
Yeah, this is hot. I like this shit.
Oh, I done got out the bitch. I mean,
I
oh
would
yeah,
actually.
I heard it tonight. That was that dude. Damn, I still got the bitch on the damn thing and not on the. Okay, here we go.
Get 25% off everything,
Oh, yeah, he
including
wrestled.
these
He
one-of-a-kind
went against,
deals at the early Black Friday VIP
Swift,
event,
right?
exclusively
Tonight.
at Zales.
Swerve.
Swerve. Damn, I call him Swift. I'm a
Yeah.
noob. I'm a noob. This is it right here. Can you hear this?
No, I can't hear it.
Bronson Reed.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. I know. It reminds you of like 90s shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a cool, trance, techno, dubstep, type theme, but it's really catchy. Like if I was a pro wrestler,
I fucking hate techno though, man. I ain't gonna.
techno is man.
You like techno?
I love fucking techno. Are you kidding?
Oh shit! Hey,
Like,
man,
dude,
I'm have to get
I
me a
live, dude. I live for those breakdowns when it gets like really,
Oh
really
my
big, like and
God.
it builds up.
Oh my
And then,
god!
like, yes. What? What?
You like techno? God.
Hell yes. I love techno music. And if
Oh,
anybody,
shit. Hey, dude,
disagrees with me, and if anybody disagrees with me about techno music, or if anybody, I should say, disagrees with me liking techno music, then you could go piss in a cup and drink that bitch and put ice in it.
This motherfucker here. Comment again, somebody. I had to make the damn comments a little bit bigger because you can't see them, like when they pop up while we're doing this thing. But so I did, so because that's what we do here, man. Like we fix the shit. But but no, let me go back to here. Ghost Shadow said Undisputed Era come off as a fraternity to me, which is true. They do come off as like some fuck boys.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, they come up. Yeah, they come
see
off.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, they come off as slappable fuck boys.
Now,
mm-hmm.
ask him this. Now, ask him this. BD. Ask him. When he thinks of Inner Circle, ask him. What comes to mind when you think about the Inner Circle? Ask him about that.
He heard you. Say it.
Yeah.
Say it, man.
I was saying. You said that the Undisputed Era come off as a fraternity or whatnot. So obviously, you agreed with my comparison. But I was saying when you think of the Inner Circle, what comes to mind? Because to me, they come off like some legit gangsters, straight up.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. You're right on that. I mean, because I've even noticed that Undisputed Era. Like, I'm not even scared of them. Like, I wouldn't even.
That's
be
what
like,
I'm saying.
Yeah, I would like fight them. I'd probably beat. Like shit. That's what the old dude did tonight. He fucking cleared the ring and fucked up all of them.
Dominic Dijakovic. Yeah.
Dominic Shampa Samson.
I know. You asshole.
Yeah, fuck his name. I'm good on that nigga name. But shit, man. Hey, man, damn, I'm tripping. Let's go ahead and get into the name. Somebody just told me to drink my pee. I'm not gonna do that. But look, Moxley squished the shit out of Nakazawa and cut a really nice promo.
No baby oil tonight.
Yep, no, because he was taking it serious. That was his whole thing. He was like, shit, I know what's in front of me is fucking this guy. I'm not playing around with baby oil, so. And he got squashed. He got squished. So what did you think about him getting squished by him, and what did you think of the Moxley promo right afterwards?
Well, first of all, I'm finally glad Kenny Omega told him to, actually be a professional wrestler for tonight. Appreciate that, Kenny. But
it didn't matter though.
That's what I'm saying. But I pretty much knew when Mox came out there. I knew what time it was, man. I knew it wasn't, gonna take him that long. He would he was probably gonna let Nakazawa get in maybe like an ounce of offense, and then he was just gonna be like, all right, fuck this, time to end this shit. Paradigm shift, 1, 2, 3. That's that. But as far as the promo is concerned, I really didn't know at the particular time what he was gonna say or where he was gonna go, but the moment it clicked for me was when he said, if there's anybody, in that dressing room, that wants to come and prove themselves against me in this ring, let me know or whatever. Yeah. So that's when I started to realize, like, all right, basically his next feud is open to anybody or what have you. You know, he's not necessarily going after Chris Jericho just yet. Although he did call Chris Jericho out.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's not going to go after Jericho just yet. I think he's going to, pick his spot. He's going to, be timely with it or whatnot. Because the thing of it is, see, this is the beautiful thing about this Jon Moxley character. He's unpredictable as hell and he's wild as hell, but at the same time, he's smart.
Yeah, but
that's the thing that goes over everybody's head.
At the same time, in his promo, he kind of hinted to where he's not really belt searching right now. He said that he's gonna go through anybody that wants some one by one until he's the last man standing.
And to be honest,
he's not really like looking for the belt. He's just pretty much looking for a fight. Is how
to be honest, he really doesn't need it right now because he's old as hell. Like he doesn't need it. Like to be honest with you,
the longer Chris Jericho holds the belt, the better because he's the most known guy on the roster. And you kind of said it when I wasn't looking at Jericho as winning the belt, and I said Adam Page would win it. Like how you said that like they need a familiar face.
I mean it's true.
So my thing is so he definitely needs to hold the belt like at least. A couple more months. So anybody that fucking tunes in new. You know what I'm saying? That made either one hasn't watched wrestling in a long time, or two, they're getting tired of WWE and then they're running the AEW, the new thing in town that they're definitely hearing about. They're seeing a familiar face. So he definitely needs. Mm-hmm.
The thing of it is with me though, if you want me to be completely honest, Moxley can go after the fucking title anytime he wants to. If you ask me, because to be honest with you. Like, even if Pac does eventually get the next shot, which I don't think is going to happen anytime soon because, judging by what we saw with Cody tonight, I got a feeling Cody and Jericho aren't done. That's just what I believe. But then again, at the same time, they could be because when Cody appeared shockingly on Dynamite tonight, I thought he was going to go after Jericho, but he actually went after the intended foe that we've all been knowing he was going to go after, and that was MJF, which we'll get onto in a minute because I know you want to talk about MJF. But finishing up what I was saying about Moxley, he could pretty much go after that title anytime he wants. Like it's the feud with Jericho is waiting on him. Pretty much. It is. Definitely. I'm glad that
Gorilla Strong, Nyla Rose, yes, definitely does have a dick. And this should not be in the women's division. And truthfully, I'm not going to stay on that a lot tonight, but I got a video, and like not a live or stream or anything like that. I got a video of 3 things that every man should hate about AEW. And I'll be doing that, cutting that either right after I get done doing this tonight or tomorrow, like afternoon or some shit. And it should be up tomorrow. You're definitely gonna enjoy this video. 3 things that every male hates about All Elite Wrestling. It's gonna be great.
I would definitely look forward to that. But
so spoiler.
What I was saying though about Moxley real quick was that the title shot is waiting on him, but I'm glad that he's stretching this part of his story out, to, kind of build himself up more and kind of, leaving the door open for anybody to come and get a piece of him. And later on, through that door and does want a piece of Jon Moxley. And personally, if you ask me, I cannot wait for this match next week on Dynamite.
It's going to be awkward looking though, because he's so small. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the one thing that I don't like. And I'm not gonna say I don't like, but that's the one thing that Jim Cornette's right about, like the whole roster of AEW. Like a lot of them don't even look like professional wrestlers. It's a bunch of small guys. You know what I'm saying? So when you see Kenny Omega, and Kenny Omega was like kind of pushing the line as far as like being a legitimate like fucking because he's not a big dude. But then when you go into damn Moxley, which he's probably like 6'4" or some shit, and now he's taking on a Darby Allin, which is like fucking look like a mini version of. He's not a mini version of Omega, but he's much smaller. It's just like, oh, word. Since Omega, he's a tough dude, but he's not like a fucking hardcore ass what they call garbage wrestler or some shit like that. But it's like, oh, word. So now it's the matchup just don't look right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I'm just like, oh shit, damn. So now Darby's gonna take on Moxley. If they do it right, if they book it right, they would have Moxley like blaze him. They would have Moxley blaze him within 5 minutes. Like let him get off some dope shit. Maybe like a couple punches, knock Moxley out the ring. Maybe jump fucking suicide, fucking dive on the outside of fucking you know what I'm saying, somersault plunge to the outside, land on Moxley, and then throw him back in, and then boom, Moxley just start beating the shit out of him and fucking end him. Like that's the only way to do it.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with
it. Only way to do it.
Because the thing of it is like, okay, if you do that, then for that's a big mistake on AEW's part. Because the thing of it is like, why do you want to squash Darby Allin? Like, and he's supposed to be one of your fastest rising stars that you're supposed to be building up. Like,
that was the question.
Hurt.
But that was the question of even making the match. Why even put Darby versus fucking Moxley when Moxley just declared war on the entire roster?
Because the number one thing is
that's the kind
like,
of matches
who else?
Yeah, he's a hardcore dude. Yeah.
No, not even that. But the fact is, like, who else is over enough in the company, and who else is going to step up, that you would believe can actually hang with Moxley? Like, who?
Do you think Darby Allin can hang with Moxley?
Yes, I do. You call me crazy all you want to. Yes, I certainly do. He hung with Cody. He hung with Cody.
But that's, he hung with Cody, but like, Moxley, to me, Moxley is a more fierce. Not as, I'll put it this way, man. In another company, I'll put it this way. In AEW, for how they're portraying Moxley and how they portray Cody and how they portray.
Thank you, Duke. Thank you, Duke Thesis. Yes, that would definitely kill Darby.
Yeah, it would. But my thing is just how they're portraying. How, I'll put it this way, how Cody's portrayed, how MJF's portrayed, how fucking what's his name, Sean Spears is portrayed. But then you see Moxley. Moxley is like the fucking Lone Ranger, like fucking revolving fucking one shot fucking killer.
Okay.
I think unless they, I'll put it this way, if they make this match super competitive between him and Darby Allin, it kind of kills fucking Moxley. For how small that Darby Allin is. Real shit. That's what I was getting at.
Well,
yeah.
Well, do what you did between him and Pac. Time limit draw. Protect them both. Nobody gets pinned. Settled it that way.
I guess, they could do it that way, but then nothing really gets settled. Like, then Darby doesn't get put over as like a super fucking tough guy, small dude or whatever, and then Moxley doesn't get put over as like a fucking monster.
But basically, what you just suggested, you just basically said AEW bury Darby Allin, because you just said, okay,
by even booking the match. By even booking the match, I think by even booking the match, I think it was just a bad booking. Like, I'll put it this way, that like it would have been better off booking Jimmy Havoc to come out and
hell no.
Yeah,
hell no. Hell no, man.
He's easier to fucking have. He's easier to have Moxley just run through him.
Hell no, man. Jimmy Havoc. Now you want to talk about somebody that's a garbage wrestler?
But real quick though, that's what I'm saying. Like the whole thing is, this isn't about like an angle that they're gonna draw up. This is like about the list of guys that Moxley is just gonna take out one by one. You know what I'm saying? It would have saved. You know what I'm saying? Like, leave Darby for later. Bring out Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't fucking mind fucking doing a job for fucking Moxley. And he is known as a fucking hardcore fucking what they call garbage wrestler. That would have been a better look as far as the entire thing. Like, my thing with Darby Allin is like, shit, either somebody's gonna end up looking bad if there's a clean cut winner in this shit. either way it's gonna look bad unless it's gonna be like I'll put it this way: even if it's a competitive match and Moxley still wins the match, it still kind of looks bad for Moxley because Moxley's supposed to destroy this kid. That's how I look at it.
I think that's, see, to me, like, just in my opinion, see, that to me that's the WWE mentality. Because it's like
it's the last thing, because I know, look, if Chris Weidman fought Conor McGregor, do you think Conor McGregor stands a chance, even though Chris Weidman fucking has like 100 pounds on him and fucking 5 inches?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Go ahead and give your rebuttal, man.
I'm just saying, like, because I'm looking at it, because the thing of it is, man, it's like I'm looking at it from the fact of, like, for them to even consider Darby Allin for this match and put him in this position, like, that's already like a huge feather in his hat. Well, he doesn't wear hats. I'll say it's another piece of graffiti.
Good for Darby. I'm talking about
it's
like
another
as far
piece
as
of
booking.
graffiti on his. That's what I'm talking about. For them to even have enough faith for Darby Allin to be in this position and go up against one of the top performers in the company, in Moxley, is another piece of graffiti on his skateboard, because basically they're saying, Darby, we trust you, and we have enough faith that you could go out there and be competitive with Jon Moxley and make Moxley look good, even though we know that, you're not going to beat Jon Moxley. We still have enough faith for you to go out there and put on an exciting match and create some spectacular moments that'll leave the AEW fans talking, and will, make you an even more beloved, celebrated fan favorite for years to come. That's the whole gist of it. So, that's just how I feel, or whatnot. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Dang. What is this? Oh. I'm trying to read this I think it says, oh, what's up? I don't know why my jeez. My freaking oh, there we go. Now it's clear. I can see it now. What's up, y'all? Yeah, I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with, Beer Drink's philosophy of Moxley coming out and squashing Darby in 5 seconds or whatever the hell he said. That's that Vince McMahon mentality. Like, that's too WWE like for me. The Jimmy Havoc thing looks sexy on paper, but Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley right now. Damn. I couldn't see that comment. Hold on, I'm gonna tell Beer Drink to put that comment back up.
One came by too fast?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to fucking do that on here. What was it, the last one? Moxley already beat Omega, so he's already a main.
No. Somebody was talking about the Jimmy Havoc thing being sexy on paper.
Okay, the Jimmy Havoc thing looks sexy on paper, but Darby Allin versus Jon Moxley right now is the better option, considering Darby Allin can look good in a loss to Moxley.
Thank you, sir.
If you think that he's gonna look good on a loss to Moxley, like, I'll put it this way, but that's what I'm saying. Darby Allin will look good on a loss to Moxley, but Moxley won't look as good as he could look with a competitive match with a Darby Allin.
Now, see,
that was my whole thing.
To me, that doesn't make sense with what you're saying. This is great. Disagreement between me and Beer Drink. I like this. This is awesome. We need to do this more often. This is entertaining. But no,
two different levels. Hey, but yeah, go ahead.
No, but I'm saying, like, that doesn't make sense to me. You're saying that, it'll look good for Allin and put Allin over, but it won't further put Moxley over because I guess he lost to a smaller guy. Like, and what is Pac? So Pac is 6'2"? Like,
Hold on.
It's no different. It's
Did
no
Pac,
different.
did Pac took on Moxley? When was that?
Yeah, Pac took on Moxley a couple of months ago.
Was it super competitive?
Yes, it was super competitive. It was so competitive, it went to a time limit draw.
And even in that,
And Moxley still came out looking like $1,000,000. So did Pac. So that's why I'm like,
okay. Pac is 5 to 10 times the wrestler that fucking Darby Allin is, even in credentials.
I agree.
Even in credentials, even
now
in
that I will.
Yeah, so that's
that
what
I
I'm
will
saying.
agree with you on.
That's what I'm saying. That's like saying that him in a Mysterio match would be this. Like, no, it's different.
Well, like you said, we're thinking from two different sides of the arena. Like
Yeah.
I'm looking at it
No,
as
it's just opinion. It's just opinion.
I'm just saying I'm just speaking mine. I'm just saying that just in terms of a booking perspective, I'm just looking at it as, okay, this is a major seal of approval from Tony Khan and the rest of AEW Creative, aka the Elite, saying we trust you, Darby Allin, to go out there and be competitive against one of the top performers, basically the number 2 guy in the company under Chris Jericho, and be competitive and get yourself over, and in turn, most importantly, make John Moxley look good. And as a result of that, you'll be further celebrated as a fan favorite, and possibly be one step closer to putting yourself in that main event division. Even though I know he's not there now, based on how he does against Moxley next week, this could be that turning point or that career defining moment in Darby Allin's career.
I mean, shit, it could be his 1, 2, 3 kid moment. But shit, hey, Luchasaurus is back. How about that? Luchasaurus is back. He's not hurt anymore, and he actually helped out his homeboys. It is what do you?
Maybe they'll finally start winning some fucking matches now. Now,
they shouldn't win matches. They shouldn't win matches because they have fucking what's his name? What's the little dude's name?
Hold on, man. Hold on. Whoa. They shouldn't win matches because they got Marco Stunt.
Yes,
man, come on.
It's a handicap match.
You talking greasy now, BD. I don't know what you on tonight. Did you put some Coke in that beer?
So anybody plus Marco Stunt isn't a dude versus a quarter of a dude or a half of a dude. Come on,
but
man.
the thing is, it was never going to be Marco Stunt and Jungle Boy when it's all said and done. Anyway,
no, it wasn't supposed to be that.
He was just basically holding serve, to speak, till Luchasaurus returned.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. You were saying, so can they get a win? Like, yeah, now finally they can, because now we can be done with this shit tag team. Like, of course they weren't gonna get wins with fucking. What you got?
I thought you were talking about.
After Lucha's back. No, after Lucha's back, it's a legitimate tag team. This whole time they're here with this substitution, with the substitution, they should have been pushing for damn unsanctioned matches because it wasn't fair.
I'm about to say, because you talking about they shouldn't win matches when Luchasaurus came back. I'm like, hold on, Aaron.
No, they'll win then. They'll win then. A good comeback for Luchasaurus. It wasn't that. I mean, that wasn't really nothing to talk about. MJF.
Hold on. Whoa. I do want to talk about the Luchasaurus return for a second. I will say this. Like, even though, it may not have been like, Kane 2000, what was the year? It might not have been Kane 2001. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It may not have been, Big Show, 2002 or whatever, but the crowd did erupt when Luchasaurus came out. And the thing of it is, like, they set that up. I will say this. They did set that up pretty predictable, because it's like after the Creepers started beating down Jungle Boy and Marco Stunt, I was like, okay, so Luchasaurus is going to return.
Chad Thomas was cracking.
What's going on, Chad? What was that comment that came up before? That was all these good comments coming in.
Yame Kyoto said, "Yo, beer," and then we had Duke Theseus said, "I'm looking at the long term for both guys. Moxley won't be hurt." Oh man, you talking about Moxley and Allen? I ain't gonna read the rest of your shit, man, because I ain't trying. I'm off of that one.
He don't worry about him, Duke. He just don't like Darby. He's a Darby hater, man.
Nah, I told you. I said like the past two episodes, like Darby Allin's really grown on me. He's like one of my favorites in the thing. But you know, when we get to that, I ain't even gonna say nothing about that because that's another part of the video that I'm doing tomorrow.
Okay. Oh Lord.
You gonna see it,
and you're gonna catch a whole bunch of heat, boy. You're gonna catch that stove. You're gonna catch that stove heat, boy.
I don't give a shit damn.
Oh, I know you don't.
I can't even cuss.
Don't.
I can't even cuss. I said shit damn. That's how much I don't give a damns. But okay. Shit, what else were you saying about the Luchasaurus?
No, I was just saying that, it wasn't, on no Kane or Big Show shit back in the early 2000s. But like I said, the crowd still erupted when he came out for the simple fact that, Luchasaurus has been sorely missed from the Jurassic Express, and, it was a damn shame that he got injured when he did, because
it's a shame.
In essence, that's kind of robbed the progress of the Jurassic Express of getting over and getting closer to one day becoming AEW Tag Team Champions. But
they will.
Yeah, I mean,
in a year, and it's got to be at least a year before they do that, because there's too many tag teams up the fucking up next.
Right,
for them niggas to be the damn champs.
Right. But go on, but that's really all I wanted to say about not Darby Allin, but Luchasaurus' return. But what were you gonna say about MJF?
I was saying, that was just kind of segueing into the MJF segment of the show, and it was kind of hilarious before he even got into the funny parts where him and Jericho was going back and forth, which was gold. I like the fact that before the crowd was even aware of what was going to happen or what it was, MJF had more asshole heat than Jericho as he was walking out. Like, it was like as MJF was coming out and as MJF was entering the ring, it was like because maybe they thought that it was going to be a thing between Jericho and him or some shit. But I'm pretty, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure. I'll put it this way: Jericho's here and MJF was here. MJF clearly had way more hate, way more heat, and was getting way more like negative reaction from the crowd than Jericho was, when previously Jericho was getting fucking that negative heat. And that was very telling, just to see, you know what I'm saying, MJF come out and just take all the fucking negative heat, all that heel heat away from Jericho at the drop of a dime. And that was fucking fire. That showed like.
And that was great. That was great, like how he came out with Cody's entrance, because I was legitimately believing, like, wait, he's here?
I thought so too.
And he said that he wasn't, and they said he wasn't medically cleared to be here. Yep. But then, like, when I saw like the scarf and stuff, I was like, you son of a bitch.
That is what it is, man.
I was like, you son of a bitch.
That's how it goes down. Hey, we got Chad Thomas. What, I'll divert this question to you. What you think about Jericho retaining the belt? I think Cody could have changed it up and brought in more viewers. I already hit that because I said that Jericho needs to hold the title for at least a month.
I agree.
2 months.
I'm standing by. I'm standing by what I said at first when Jericho was about to contend for the belt.
For Adam Page.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm sticking by that. I mean, Jericho, equals ratings right now. Like, in my opinion, he's the best champion in professional wrestling.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not, and I'll shout that from the mountaintop. Like, you can talk about, your Adam Coles, you could talk about, The Fiend, like whoever, like Chris Jericho is the best heavyweight champion right now in professional wrestling.
Ooh.
Dead serious. Because
I got you fucked up again, man. Damn. We're disagreeing like a motherfucker tonight.
This is great.
I got Jericho, but I'm I'm gonna prove that I'm not trolling you, or just saying this shit just to be indifferent.
Okay.
I had a video right here. Hold up. And I can show you. Was I typing anything? Cause like when I do like different videos, sometimes like skits, videos, short films, and shit like that, wrestling shit, I'll type it in my notepad. I put, who is the real world champion of professional wrestling today? And then this is who I put. And then I put boom, and then I put title belt breakdown. If you can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it.
No, I can't see it.
Can you see it now a little bit better?
Nope. Still can't see it.
Can you see it now?
I still can't see it.
It looks sharp now. Look real good. You see, you can't see. Oh, fuck. But anyway, I put, who is the real world champion of professional wrestling today? And then I put in the thing, Nick Aldis, title belt breakdown.
Wow.
Because he has the most prestigious belt.
But you don't have like NWA Power though.
I don't like NWA Power, but Nick Aldis is real deal. I even said in the video. I'm like,
he is the real deal.
Yeah, the best thing going on NWA Power and NWA.
But
is
Nick
Aldis, the belt, Nick
right.
Aldis and Camille, his valet.
Nick Aldis is too cut and dry, man. I mean, he has
old school
charisma.
Champion. He has the swag of a champion. He walks like a champion.
He does.
Just like Cody would have if Cody had the belt.
Yeah, you're right. But the difference between Nick Aldis and Chris Jericho is the fact that Chris Jericho transcends all generations. Nick Aldis only transcends to one audience, and that's the old school audience. He has charisma. Don't get me wrong.
But that's what I was saying. Just how you said,
said
he has charisma, but it's dry. He's mainly cooking in NWA. I think that if he went elsewhere, that he could bring out other elements of his personality and get and really fucking show that he's not as dry as you think he is.
I don't really think he has more than what he already has.
So he cornbread? He just straight up cornbread, man.
Yeah, he's straight up cornbread. Yeah.
He called him cornbred, bitch. He called him cornbread, bitch.
Now that Camille. Now that Camille is something serious, boy.
Yeah. It is
in more ways than one. She ain't even gotta talk. Matter of fact, don't even let her talk. Let her body do the talking for her.
That was another thing I was gonna say in my whole thing is like the fucking what's his name, the commentator aside from Jim Cornette, like
Joe Galley.
Yeah, Joe Galley. His whole mission of being a fucking reporter is finding out why she doesn't talk. That's corny. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here.
It is kind of getting irritating. I wouldn't say it sucks. I'm just saying it's irritating. Like, cause I'm just to the point where it's like, all right, if she's not talking, then obviously, you know what I'm saying?
Nigga,
she can't cut a promo. Obviously, she can't cut a promo if she hasn't talked up to this point. So in that situation, you just leave the shit alone and just go on to something else. But this constant pursuit of getting Camille to talk, like, yeah, that is pretty lame. Because like I said,
come on, it's
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
hey, come on, say something. You want to say something? Say it. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, if she hasn't talked up to this point, she can't cut a promo. Yeah. Because if she could, she would have talked by now.
She ate all the bag of pork rinds on the way there, man. She ate the whole bag of pork rinds on the way there, man. And trust me,
or probably
the whole bag of pork rinds.
Or probably some of them chili cheese fries with the soggy ass queso dip in the concession stand.
she fucking chopsticked it with her nose. But shit, who else we got? We done with the MJ. No, what'd you have to say about the MJF shit? Because that was all I wanted to say about it was just the fact lame that Jim blocked you on Twitter. That vid was hilarious. I appreciate that shit. Mr. Chad Thomas. But yeah, man, like, what did you think about the MJF shit? The only thing I had to say was just the fact of what it was.
I mean, the MJF bit was magnificent. Like I said, AEW definitely worked my ass hard because, like I said, I sure as hell thought it was Cody. But like I said, when I seen that scarf, and I saw him like walk through that smoke or whatever, I was like, you son of a bitch. But at the same time, I was like, this is fucking brilliant. Like, this is exactly how you're supposed to present, a dastardly heel. Mm-hmm. Like, this is the exact blueprint of how you do this.
What that mean? That mean fatherly or dadly?
Dastardly basically means like, just
I'm
low
fuck.
down, like
No,
nasty.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh, oh, he tried. You trying to pick on my mastermind,
Yeah,
my mastermindedness. I understand.
yeah.
We
I'm
know
fucking with you.
we know you're not politically correct. We know that, Aaron. We know that. I'm not either. I'm just saying that, that's just how I break it down. But
Right.
anyway, um, but what was really interesting to me though is the fact that
Ugh.
MJF hung with Chris Jericho on the microphone.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
A lot of people can't say. A lot of people, aren't able to say that. Like
Yeah,
Chris
definitely.
Jericho,
Yeah.
somebody able to hang with Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
promo for promo.
And then at one point, Chris Jericho kind of tried to throw him a little monkey wrench in there when what was it he said?
Oh yeah, he said your parents must have gotten horny when they saw me beating up
Juventud.
Guerrero 7
Yeah.
times.
like because you could tell that wasn't like a set. Well, I'm pretty sure the whole thing was kind of like just a straight shoe, but like, yeah, he threw that in there, and then fucking like pretty much MJF got the juice, and I love the way they ended it, man. The ending of it was like,
who's the biggest jackass about to say NWA? I mean AEW.
That shit was just gold. I just love
Yeah,
the way that fucking went
it was
down.
great. It was great.
But because the last thing that I'll say about it, and then boom, you go ahead and sum your portion of that whole segment up. I liked it for the fact that it was almost Chris Jericho talking to a younger version of him.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I got from it.
Now, you sure you're not sounding cliche, Aaron? You sure you're not sounding cliche?
Cliche how?
In the fact of like, the up and coming heel talking to, okay. All right.
I could say cliche all like I could say it cliche or whatever. But my thing though, Chris Jericho, as a younger guy, he came up this exact same way as MJF. It's like almost putting himself on a pedestal. Like, okay, there were other heels, there were other fucking even faces that came up in a young age, but they always had a respect. Chris Jericho was always the guy that kind of didn't respect or had like the chip on his shoulder and kind of fucking just came in. Like, I'll put it this way. Marcus Alexander Bagwell, Buff Bagwell, when he came in as Marcus Alexander Bagwell and everybody was up on him thinking he was going to be the best thing, he respected everyone around him and whatever, and he was kind of a humble dude. Chris Jericho, ever since I remember him, he was just a fucking asshole. And that's exactly what MJF is, and that's the reason why I looked at it as like, damn, like this is really dope because it's like they're almost the same fucking character.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Now that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you on that.
And that's even the reason why they even did it that way. It was like, no, do you want to be part of it? Like, no, do you want me to be a part? Do you want me to be a part? No, do you want me? That's the reason why they did it like that, because they're so egotistical and on themselves that they can't ask someone to be a part of their group, and then he's so the same of that he can't ask to be in it. And that's the reason why they did that so much, because they're the exact same fucking type of character and the same
I
type
would
of
definitely agree with you on that 3,000%. And the other thing too that I really appreciate about this segment is, kudos to Chris Jericho for giving MJF the rub and kind of like, passing the torch to a certain extent to MJF. Because like I said, can't too many people hang with Jericho on the mic. Like promo for promo. And the fact that, again, AEW Creative had enough faith in MJF to go out there and stand in the same ring with Chris Jericho and be able to cut just as good, if not a better promo than Jericho did.
Hey, like a quick fact about Chris Jericho, his last name in Jerusalem is Jericho. So if he goes to Jerusalem, instead of them calling him Chris Jericho, they call him Chris Jericho because he has cool. He has a bunch of flowy hair.
That's pretty cool.
Golden locks.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. See, Aaron, Beer Drink is a mastermind too. He be putting on, he be doing this stuff as a facade, man. Y'all think he don't know shit, but Beer Drink knows some shit, man. He's a pretty sharp dude himself. Cause see, I would have never known that. I know they call me a wrestling mastermind and all that, but see, I would have never known that. So Aaron does have, some mastermind to him as well.
I got a bit. I try to do it a little bit.
He just does a really good, you know what I'm saying, disguise in this beer drink, thing. But
Yeah,
behind all of that, like Aaron knows some shit.
I'm
Trust me.
Jew- I'm Jewish as shit.
Yeah,
But shit. So you fuck with that whole segment.
yeah,
Oh, you
yeah.
said
No,
you did. What am I talking about?
yeah, it was awesome. It was
Okay,
to me that was the best segment of the night.
the one thing that I didn't like about it was bringing in Wardlow at the end of it.
Well,
It
I
kind of
looked
took
at it.
away from the peak of the Jericho and MJF, and then the whole because Cody came down, and then
Right.
that was when the run-in came in.
And again, it goes back to what I was telling you, when you were, talking about, the Fiend, for example, like attacking like all of these legends. And what is the one thing that I always told you is to get them over. And it's the same situation for Wardlow. Wardlow needed to make an impact and get himself over on his first night on national television, and who better than to help him do that than the fastest rising star in the company?
Definitely.
That's the thing. He's with MJF, so he's
Yeah.
automatically
Yeah.
going to get over and get that rub
Mhm.
at the same time.
And then but you know what? I'll fucking take back. I'll retract a portion of what I just said about Wardlow
Wardlow.
and him coming in and helping them out to fucking jump Cody. That makes the inner circle look that much stronger too.
There you go.
Because they got MJF and Wardlow a fucking free agent on the same fucking night.
Yeah.
But truthfully, we don't really officially know if Wardlow. I guess we kind of do though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking marked in the
Yeah.
sense that he's part of fucking the inner circle.
Yeah, he's part of AEW.
Yeah,
He's
so,
part of AEW.
I mean AEW, but I'm talking about the inner circle. So
Oh no. I think he's with MJF. I don't think he's with the inner circle. I think he's with MJF.
So so you don't think that it's a definite that even MJF is part of the inner circle?
No.
Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, that makes more sense now.
Yeah.
That kind of makes more sense. Even how Wardlow was dressed too, truthfully. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's a whole different. Yeah, that does make a whole bunch of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much another fucking heel faction in fucking AEW. That's what's up, though.
Right.
That's what's up.
There you go.
Pac and Hangman.
Another hard hitting match, man. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I love when these two match up against each other because I know that I'm just gonna get straight up physicality, just straight up brutality, just hit each other, as hard as you can, chop the hell out of each other, try to, give each other, permanent brain damage with all these damn brain busters on the damn concrete. I mean, just give me all of that. Give me all of that.
Just fucking kill each other. Hey, will you recap it? I'm gonna hit this cigarette like 4 times and run right back, man.
All right.
I watched the match, but you know what I'm saying? I come back and just jump in, man.
I mean, so basically, this match or this rubber match with Pac, I should say, and Hangman Page, it was basically what it usually is when these two get together, man. It's just a bunch of it's two dudes that want to beat the shit out of each other, and want to see who is the toughest dude between those two. And that's what I love about it. See, again, this is another thing that WWE will not do. They will not put two of the toughest, roughest performers in the ring with each other and really just let them beat the shit out of each other and see who is the true badass amongst them. But this is what you gotta love about AEW. You know what I'm saying? But they pretty much, picked up where they left off at Full Gear. I loved how, they did the Brainbuster spot again. As I mentioned, this time it was Pac on the receiving end of the Brainbuster as opposed to Hangman a couple of days ago. And I like the fact too that Pac went for the low blow, but Hangman was smart enough to avoid it. But the one part that I really liked in this match was the end where Pac was just stomping the shit out of Hangman. I mean, just stomping him in the head, and the referee was contemplating of disqualifying him or not, and he just kept doing it or whatever. That shit was awesome. Like I said, give me all of that. Give me stomps to the head. Give me brain busters. Give me, hard lariats that turn the other guy inside out. Give me all of that, man. Just it's just like a buffet, man. Just let me have it all. You know what I'm saying? Like this was an excellent match. It's a damn shame that this feud is over with now, or at least I think it is, because I could watch those two wrestle um forever, pretty much. Like I love when Pac and Hangman get together. Like their chemistry is definitely a plus. But with all that being said, Pac did get another victory over Page, which I believe is the right thing to do, because being that you want to continue to build up Pac in AEW, especially when it comes to these rankings that are out now, that's a very important win for him. I don't think Hangman losing the Pac again hurts him at all, because he's already got this story of redemption and trying to pick himself back up every time he falls in a match. So I think that even enhances the story even more when it comes to Hangman Page. So I definitely don't believe that this loss will hurt his momentum or whatnot. Because the bottom line is, and the good thing is that Hangman is over. Hangman is popular. The fans love him. They chant cowboy shit every time he comes out to wrestle or what have you. So Hangman is ridiculously popular, but so is Pac as well. So I damn loved that matchup. But another thing that I want to discuss real fast with y'all is what did y'all think about this scrap between Ortiz and Santana and the Bucks? Because I absolutely love this as well. Like, this is how a professional wrestling brawl is supposed to be. And what made it even better is I love that it took extra security to try and separate these two. That is how you lay out a brawl or a fight, whatever you want to call it, in professional wrestling. Like, you don't see brawls this intense and this edgy anymore. But AEW does it right. So kudos to them for showing, how a legitimate or I should say kudos to AEW creative for showing how legitimate animosity is supposed to look like between, two teams that despise each other and are willing to do anything to get the upper hand. So yeah, man. But what did y'all think about it though? Y'all talk to me out there. Like what did y'all think about this scuffle between Proud and Powerful and the Young Bucks. I want to hear how y'all liked it or whatever, because I personally enjoyed it. Like, I feel like, you know, that really could have went on for the rest of the show, even with, the AEW tag team match. Like, I would have loved to see, and I know for some of you, you might think, oh, that's a little bit too much or whatever. But me personally, I would have loved to see, um, during the AEW tag team match, a camera just cuts away for maybe like what 5-10 seconds, and Santana and Ortiz and the Bucks are still brawling backstage. Like, that would have just been, that just would have, just put a bow on already a wonderful episode of AEW Dynamite. And I truly believe, after what happened tonight between the Bucks and Santana and Ortiz, I think we might be looking at, some sort of street fight or tornado tag team match, something of that nature, for the next pay-per-view, or maybe for, a special episode of Dynamite here soon. Because it's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. Like, this brawl was too good for the next match between these two teams to not be some type of, tornado tag, street fight, some shit like that, where, they're able to, fight all around the arena, even outside in the parking lot. Like, I just can feel it. Like, the next match between these two teams is definitely going to be some type of street fight rules or something. Like, straight up. But y'all talk to me though. What did y'all think about, this whole situation with yeah. Says, I like the show. A few botch moves, but I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Is he talking about the stream? He talking about our botches, or he talking
No,
about the
no, no,
fucking
no.
wrestling
He's
show
talking about Dynamite. Talking about Dynamite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there were a few botch moves, but yeah, it was enjoyable. It was great to me.
Hey,
But I do agree with what you were saying though,
hey,
about the botched moves.
Speaking of botches though, that first power slam that Cody attempted, was that a botch, or was that him selling that he wasn't cleared and wasn't like,
I think that was him selling. I think that was him selling.
Because then right after, when he hit the actual power slam, he still felt like kind of woozy or some shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Okay, because he sold it really well then.
He
because
did.
it looked like a botch at first.
Yeah.
But then, okay. And then also the commentator said something.
I was
about
just
it right
about to
after.
say that.
Yeah,
I was just about to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew he wasn't. I knew that wasn't like an actual fuck up by Cody, because Cody is a season enough of. What am I trying to say? He's enough of a veteran in professional wrestling to where he wouldn't, mess up a simple power slam. Like that's just, unacceptable. Like, if you're a wily veteran like he is, you don't mess up a simple power slam. Like, even if it is executed the way that he executes it. So yeah.
So bet, man, it was a good shit all the way around, man. But what else do we have? You already hit Pac and Hangman, didn't you?
Yeah. I was also talking about, while you were away, the brawl that happened between the Bucks and Santana and Ortiz. I really love that too.
I'm glad you did, because I missed that part.
Oh, that was man.
I'm gonna rewatch it, because the whole thing about, like, I ran out, came back in, and I was just watching through.
All I'm gonna say,
of course, I fast forward through the Nyla Rose match, because I don't give a fuck of watching that. But and then that's what got me kind of closer to live.
Straight mayhem. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Straight mayhem.
I don't even care about the Nyla Rose match. Fuck that.
No,
shit.
I'm talking about Santana, Ortiz, and the Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that brawl with straight mayhem.
I saw the aftermath of it. Like, what you call it? Was it Matt Jackson? He looked. No, it was the Baldwin Jackson. as Jim Cornette calls him. He looked kind of fucked up in the game.
Yeah. But how that whole thing started though
Mm-hmm.
was great. And I was
So
just
I'm
telling
gonna watch
I,
it then, definitely.
I was just saying too that I feel like either for the next pay-per-view or for a special edition of Dynamite, there's got to be some type of tornado tag or street fight between Proud and Powerful and the Young Bucks. It's got to. It's got to.
Hey, when did they get their name of Proud and Powerful? Was that their name in
Nah,
TNA? This
nah,
is
it
a
was
brand new
LAX.
name. Oh,
Yeah,
yes, I thought.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a brand new name. Yeah, they
Okay.
got that. They got that not too long after they had joined the Inner Circle.
So they Puerto Rican and proud, and we powerful, bitch. Grrr, buh,
You see what I'm
buh,
saying?
buh, grrr,
That whole
buh,
thing.
buh, buh. Word.
That whole thing.
Let's get on to SCU defending their tag team titles versus Jericho and Sammy Guevara.
This match was it was good, wasn't great, but I think what took away from it, in my opinion, is the fact that Sammy Guevara is very raw as a tag team performer, and being that he's so used to being a singles competitor, and being that he's so young on top of that, you could tell that there was an adjustment period he was going through in trying to actually like develop that chemistry with Jericho or whatnot.
Uh-huh.
And I think in spite of all that though, for what he did do, it was effective. But you
Mm-hmm.
could definitely tell that Sammy Guevara is not a tag team,
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah,
I should say, you could tell he doesn't have a lot of experience
yeah,
being in tag teams or whatnot, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
But the
definitely.
good thing about it is that he's still young and
Mm-hmm.
he has time to improve and improve in that area more specifically. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
not as worried about it, but I kind of felt too, um, being like presently, he is, inexperienced in tag team matches. I thought it probably would have been better if they left him out of this match and maybe have put Hager in the match with
Yeah,
Jericho.
more stiff. Yeah, more stiff and just yeah,
Yeah,
definitely, definitely. Uh-huh.
yeah,
Yeah, he seemed like they just didn't mesh well. They just
they
didn't mesh
did.
well as a
They
tag
did.
team.
They didn't.
Definitely
They did.
that.
They didn't.
Uh,
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you good. Gorilla Strong said it. Next week, Private Party and Proud and Powerful. And then
Oh
chat.
yeah, that's
That's
right. I
gonna happen
forgot
next
about
week.
that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Private Party came out to help the Young Bucks. That's
Mm-hmm.
right. I forgot all about that part. I got so caught up, talking about that just that whole brawl itself that I forgot about Private Party. Good looking Gorilla Strong. Yeah,
Word
that's
up.
right. But
And
that's gonna be a barn burner itself.
yeah,
Proud
definitely.
and Powerful versus Private Party.
Pride and Powerful definitely gonna have to come off as the winner of that match, though. To be
Oh,
honest.
no doubt about it. Because Private Party are already made. They beat the Young Bucks, so they're
Yeah,
made.
yeah. They
Yeah,
are.
they got their career-defining win.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
and plus too, they're still young. Like I was talking about Sammy Guevara, like they're still young too and fresh, into the mainstream, wrestling scene. So, they can afford a few losses and stuff,
yeah,
and
yeah,
time to grow and develop. So I'm not worried about Private Party.
yeah. And
Their time will come.
yeah, also it's the tag team division, so like
Yeah. And they're
almost
deep
losses
as
don't
hell
count
too.
as much in tag team as they do in singles. To me, I don't think that they would. You know what I'm saying?
I,
It's such
I
a
I'll
toss
agree
up.
with that. I can
Mm-hmm.
agree with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And plus the tag team division is deep enough to where, you've got, a few good established teams already that, these young up and coming teams like Private Party, they can afford to keep learning or whatever.
Yep. Can I give you a spoiler on the video that I'm doing tomorrow? As far damn,
But
I'm about to give away all three of the fucking things that I said. You remember I said that tomorrow I'm doing a top. Damn, Booker T's quick. Booker T already responded to Jordan Myles quitting on Twitter Live today. He already has it up on his podcast. But let me see. That wasn't what I was looking for. But I was wanting to kind of spoil one of the other. Hold on. I'm turn that down. This part right here. Let me see if I can find that bitch. Cause I'm like, yo, man, this is irritating as fuck. Like, this is just one of the other things that you should hate about. You know what? I'm gonna just leave it. And then I'll do the video, and then you'll see tomorrow, man. I'll just ask you a question. Did you watch the last Being the Elite?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, I mean, I could. It's not a real spoiler, but it was just very irritating to me. I was like, what the fuck was that? Okay, do you want me to spoil it real quick?
Go ahead.
It's nothing really that fucking. Well, I'm about to use a big word. Pertinent. Let me Google pertinent.
Yeah, you're right. Pertinent. You're right.
All right. Okay, bet. So, look. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and check this out if y'all are watching real quick, and just tell me if y'all don't have a weird look. You know what? I'm going to play it. If you still in here, type in the comment section what the fuck you think of this shit, man. Real shit. Where that shit go, man? Can you see the screen right now? Huh?
No. I can't see the screen.
Now you can't?
No, I can't. I can't see the screen. And this is the latest edition of Being the Elite?
Yeah, why the fuck can't you see the screen? Hold on.
I don't know.
Can you hear something?
Nope.
What the flying fuck is going on here, man? Hold up real quick in this bitch. Hold up. Now, can you see the bit? Oh, where the fuck did shit go? Man, hold up. Boom. We side by side right now.
Okay.
Are we?
No. Actually, you're up under me.
Is it the same?
I mean, I'm up under you. Now you're up under me. Sorry.
Let me see. The fuck? I don't know what's cracking with that shit.
I don't know.
Let me see. And I can still hear you. Say something real quick.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Okay, this is the cluster for fuck portion of the show. But anyway, I'm gonna go to the browser now and see if you can see it now. Because maybe it's the fact that I have it always on top. Let me get rid of this.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it now?
I can't see it, but I can see the browser though.
Is it white? You see SCU on there?
Nope. It's black.
Now you probably can. Cause I deleted the chat. Now you can. I see it right now.
Oh no, I can't see. Oh well, I can't see it because. Well, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna break kayfabe. But you probably know where I'm going.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, because
Yeah. I'm not gonna break kayfabe. But yeah, just know I still can't see it. Just know that.
Boom. Well, on the broadcast, can you? You should be able to hear it though. Let me play it real quick, just to see. I just want to see if I'm tripping, man, about this whole fucking thing.
Okay.
Man, what the fuck?
I don't hear. I don't hear anything.
I'm gonna do a video about this tomorrow, man.
Okay, that's fine.
Truthfully, I'm glad you didn't see it. That way, when you see the video, truthfully, when you watch Being the Elite, you'll get exactly where I'm coming. What the fuck you doing, nigga? Get the fuck out of here, man.
John G.
But anyway, but shit, man. Back to the SCU. Back to SCU taking on who was it? Sammy Guevara and Chris Jericho. We said that they didn't mesh well as a tag team.
Right.
The match wasn't where it should have been. Definitely not. What was your takeaway from that? And then, boom, we're going to go ahead and give our markings for the entire AEW Dynamite episode for the week of 11/11/2019. And that's a stream, man.
You mean 11/13? You said 11/11.
No, I'm just saying for the week of 11/11.
Oh, for the week of 11. I got you.
Man, I'm pro over here, man. We got to be pro, man. Not
I got
today.
Right. But basically, just to summarize the match in itself, um,
Uh-huh.
it was some good storytelling or what have you. The one thing that I did like is how Jericho and
There we go.
Guevara established themselves. What the fuck is he doing?
What happened?
Okay. All right.
What happened?
Anyway, I'll tell you in a second. But no, basically, um, I loved how, you know, Jericho and Guevara told their story, in the match of how, they are, the inner circle and how, they feel like they're the better team than
I know better,
SCU.
nigga. Uh-huh.
And see, Aaron, you making all them damn noises, man. You making me lose my damn train of thought. Shit.
No, people saying that like your mic was super fucking hot and then mine was like lower, but I
Oh,
I, I forgot the desktop shit from when I was showing that video that they were
oh,
watching.
oh,
Uh,
oh.
but you
But
good?
what I
It's
was
good now.
okay. But what I was saying though is that I just love the story that Jericho and Guevara told, about, basically them, being the inner circle and, them kind of throwing their weight around on SCU or whatever the case may be, and, SCU fighting from up underneath and, overcoming the presence of Jake Hager and all of that stuff.
Hmm.
Now that part worked really, really well. But just the overall pace and the flow of the action could have been a whole lot better. Whole lot
Okay.
better.
Okay.
But I mean,
Before you give your mark, I had a sidebar that Chad Thomas asked about a little bit earlier. He wanted to know what do we think about Kenny and it didn't have anything really to do about the shows, but I know that Jim Cornette actually said something about this. They're making it really hard for Kenny Omega in his passport or some shit to make it to Japan. Did you hear about that or no?
yeah, I did.
So yeah, he just wanted to know what our thoughts about that, like why and like, cause I mean I know why, to be honest. Like shit, he fucking left New Japan and they probably could have used him a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much
In a nutshell,
how
yeah.
how it sums up. They felt betrayed and they felt like, their top star, left them, to go make more money or whatnot
High
because,
and dry.
the people of Japan, especially when it comes to professional wrestling, they take that shit extremely serious and loyalty
Mm-hmm.
is everything to them.
Especially to the Yakuza.
Yeah, especially to this Yakuza. So when you up and leave, just the whole entire country, especially leave the country to go to another promotion
In the
to make
States.
more money, yeah, in the
Yeah,
States,
in the States where
they
Kenny Omega kind of wasn't respected as much as he was in the
in
States
Japan,
until his ride in Japan.
right?
So it was almost like, okay, he's not Japanese. He's not, and he wasn't born and raised in Japan, but Japan made Kenny Omega. So it was
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
kind of like he kind of betrayed I almost said Japan. Holy shit! But yeah, that's all it was. It's just pretty
No,
much
I
just.
mean that's pretty much how you can sum it up. I mean,
Mhm.
that's like I said, the Japanese, they take their professional wrestling very serious and they don't tolerate, unloyal people, and they feel like, if you disrespect them or betray them, especially if you leave their country to go to the United States to go work for another promotion for more money, they're going to give you a hard time, when you come back, or even if they welcome you back, which I assume now they're not going to welcome Kenny Omega back because obviously he can't get a fucking passport to the country or
Yeah.
whatnot. So yeah, they took that shit hard. But my thing is, to add, my extra 10 cents onto that is the fact that,
How many tents do you own?
I said 10 cents, not 10 cents.
Oh, I thought you said tents. I'm
No,
like,
I
I
said
ain't never.
10 cents.
Oh.
No, but I was saying that
I'm about to get it.
elaborating on your point about Japan making Omega um uh damn, what was I gonna say?
A
Okay,
household name, kind of like
yeah, 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 yeah,
they
yeah,
kind of made him. Period.
yeah. Going to your point about how Omega, you know, became the superstar that he is in Japan. Um, for him to, in their mind, just throw all of that, out into the dust, so to speak, just to go to another, promotion. Not only just another promotion, but a brand new up and coming promotion
Yeah,
in the States for more money. They really felt disrespected by that. And I think this is, their payback as a receipt to Omega of, like, don't forget where you came from. Like,
yeah,
you just don't up and leave us like that. You could have at least, came to us and be like, hey, my friends over in the States, they want me to come, help them create this new promotion. They're offering me, a good amount, of money to help, come and run this promotion. And, being that, I owe a huge debt of gratitude to the country of Japan for making me who I am as a pro wrestler. I just didn't want to just up and leave, without, getting you all's blessing, or at least having y'all support of me going to the States and helping my friends run and operate this new company that we're starting up. I
yeah.
think if Kenny Omega would have taken that approach, I think there would be no hostility or no bad blood. But because he just up and be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go help my friends out, and they're paying me more money to fuck this place. I'm getting on a plane and I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much the attitude that he took. So
Yeah, so he gave less explanation to
yeah,
Japan than he did with Ring of Honor. Then,
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
and my mic's low as fuck. Now you can hear me probably better.
And the thing of it is too, I kind of don't blame New Japan
I'm
for doing
slow.
for what they're
Uh,
doing,
mm-hmm.
because that's kind of a arrogant move. Well, not kind of. That is a very arrogant move. I mean, especially if this is the organization that made you, like, just straight up made you into a superstar. Like, without Japan, like, we probably would have never gotten. Or I shouldn't say without Japan. I should say without New Japan, we would have never gotten Chris Jericho
Yeah, we
and
never
Kenny
gotten a
Omega.
cleaner. That's for sure.
Yeah, we never would have gotten a
We
cleaner.
just got the cleaner now,
That's what I'm
or
saying.
we've gotten half cleaner.
Right. If it had not been for New Japan, like, there would have been no Moxley and
Mm-hmm.
and Omega. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh no, I
yeah,
can't say
I
that about Moxley though. I mean,
no,
shit,
I'm just
Moxley was
saying.
made in the WWE and CZW though. You know what I'm saying? So it
No, I'm
was a
talking
little bit
about
different.
just in terms of. No, I'm just talking about in terms of having this quote unquote dream match between him and
Oh
Omega.
yeah, the match. Okay, yeah,
If Kenny
definitely.
Omega would have never had the reputation,
Yeah.
that he created for himself being in New Japan for those few years that he was, we never would have gotten this match. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That was a very, egotistical move on his part for him just to up and leave Japan,
I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up and see how he did leave. Truthfully, because I thought it was all good. To be honest, I thought
I
it was
thought it
all
was
good.
too.
It is
But
what it is.
obviously, if I mean, it's pretty. That's pretty subliminal. Like, if the guy's having a hard time getting a passport,
What the
in
fuck?
Japan, like, and especially if it's for a professional wrestling organization in Japan,
Hmm.
like, that's pretty obvious that they're fucking with him.
Yeah, definitely.
They're basically like saying, okay, you want to act like an asshole, we can be an asshole too. You're not getting in our country. Hell no. You made your decision.
I mean, but every time he's gonna make it in there, I think they're just throwing a little bullshit. They pretty much just making him wait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're making him wait a little bit longer in order to do it.
Yeah.
So, but my thing, like, shit, it is what it is. Like, shit, you have so many promotions now. I'm pretty sure they have a decent relationship with Ring of Honor. Like, if it's all about just money and working more, just fucking work in Mexico, work with Ring of Honor, maybe
Which
fucking
he is a champion in, by the way.
Exactly, but work with them TNA. I'm not sure if they still. No, they probably don't fuck with TNA at all. But I'm pretty sure they have. I'm sure they could work with NWA. That'd be fucking fun.
When did you hear? When did you hear about him winning the heavyweight championship in Mexico?
I think 2 weeks ago. About a week. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago, he won the fucking championship. Told you, man. I be knowing. I just don't act. You can't act. You can't act like I know, because when you act like you know, then they know that you know. You know what I'm saying? That's how it goes, man. Like, that's how it is.
Look at that.
But yeah, Kenny Omega's the man.
Man. Looks can be deceiving. I told you.
You know what I'm saying?
Beer Drake know what the hell he's doing. Trust me. Just
because I look like a Backstreet Boy don't mean that. Just because I look like
a Backstreet.
Just because I look like a Black Street Boy don't mean that I'm a wrestling mark, and I am a mark though. That's the whole thing of the podcast. Yeah, let's go ahead and end it off though, man. SCU, Sammy Guevara. Okay, it is what it is. We said that they didn't match up. Did you like the ending of the match?
Personally, no. Cause
me neither.
I would have loved to see them hit the SCU later or whatever. Cause this is what professional wrestling is all about. This is what has defined professional wrestling. The finishing move, whether it be from a singles wrestler or a tag team. Like, it's all about the finishing move.
Yeah.
Like you would never see Chris Jericho. You would never see Chris Jericho in any of his matches with a lion salt. It's either the Walls of Jericho or the Judas Effect. Period. Yeah. Same thing with Cody Rhodes. Like,
or if it's a jobber, it would be like a code breaker or some shit.
Yeah, or something like that. But even at that, like with the code breaker and the lion salt and the Walls of Jericho, like nothing beats the Judas Effect. Like when he hits that move, like you don't get up, like you're out, like it's over for you. The same thing with Cody and the Crossroads. Like you wouldn't see him, winning no match with no Bulldog or the flip flop and fly or the disaster kick or whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's hard. But I'm just saying, like, that's what professional wrestling, that's how it was created. It was created on the finishing move. And the fact that SCU has a badass finishing move, and the fact this is the second week in a row.
Yeah, they won they won the belts without implying that move or without implementing that move.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and especially, and the thing of it is, you're going up against two members of the most popular villain group in AEW right now, and you don't hit your finisher?
Yeah.
Like, dude, do you know how much of a feather that would have been in their hat?
But then again, that kind of saves the fucking those guys from getting hit with the finisher clean and done. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Get them over.
Yeah, it kind of just makes it to where like it was a surprise finish. Like they pretty much got surprised and boom, they keep the belt. Because that was my thing. I'm like, there's no way they're giving Guevara / Jericho the tag belts.
No,
because Jericho's whole job now is to carry the fucking company with that belt on his back on TV. Not as far as the company, but on TV. Yeah. Jericho's fucking whole job is to carry the company and the AEW World Championship belt on his back and make it legitimate. So so there's no way that was going to put the not the tag belts on them.
But that just goes back. But that just goes back to what I was saying. That was all a part. That was all a part of the story of the fact that the story that was told is simply that being that they are the inner circle. They just thought that their tactics were gonna get them through that match or whatnot, but it actually ended up costing them in the long run, and they found out that you should never underestimate your opponent, no matter who you are, because within a matter of 3 seconds, like, it can be over for you, and that's what happened here.
Like John Cena said, man, you know what? We're gonna go ahead. I ain't gonna put on the John Cena shit. I was about to put on John Cena rap. Dun, 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 dun. No, oh shit! But yeah, man, definitely a good stream tonight. As far as the entire, you know what? We're gonna do it quickly. NXT versus AEW Dynamite. How many marks do you give each one?
Well, based off what I saw from NXT tonight, um, I'll go ahead and give it a 4.
New subscriber Ryan Lou, thanks for subscribing. Good shit,
Appreciate
man.
it, Ryan.
Definitely appreciate you, man. So
Thank
you
you,
giving,
man.
you gave NXT what mark,
A 4.
and what did you give AEW?
I would give
Unless you
AEW.
want me to get no. Truthfully, I can't give NXT a mark because I have to watch. No, I did watch the entire NXT. I give NXT a 3.5.
Wow.
Yeah. That way you're not giving both of yours, and then I'm piggybacking off of it.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So
Yeah.
as far as AEW, do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first on AEW
I'll
markings?
I'll just go ahead and get mine out the way. I give AEW a 4 too.
A 4.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna agree and give it a 4 as well because the matches were great.
Yeah, the matches were awesome.
Yeah, and I actually liked the way they opened up the show, especially being a brand new brand, a brand new company, and how they incorporated the pay-per-view. Because I kind of didn't even thinking. It's funny. It's kind of like I'm kind of underestimating AEW as a company. It's like, shit, they just had a pay-per-view. They have to fucking like highlight the pay-per-view that just fucking happened.
Of course.
So when I saw that, I was like, oh shit, I forgot they're real deal. They had a good highlight.
Mm-hmm.
The matches were decent, and I like the build up of like later drama and later storylines, especially with MJF, especially with the Inner Circle. So tonight was definitely a good episode, and just how I said, maybe even before we went on. No, it was after we went on live. I'm like, it's gonna have to be at least 2 to 3 episodes of Dynamite before we really get to see them cook as far as these storylines, and then that's when they're gonna build MJF. You remember that?
Yeah.
I'm like they're not having MJF talk too much yet, but they're gonna have to like let the fucking shit cook for a little bit, and then they're gonna let them cook it up, and then boom, MJF's gonna be the man, because you can already tell MJF is the future of AEW right now.
He is. The thing, the segments that really just took the whole entire night for AEW was, number one, the MJF Chris Jericho segment, as we mentioned. Definitely the proud and powerful Young Bucks brawl. Like, that was just simply amazing.
I'm about to watch that.
Adam Page and Pac, the rubber match, and I would probably say, what was that? The opening. Well, no, not the opening match. It was the John Moxley, promo.
When he's
So,
the promo. Okay, I'm about to
Yeah.
say, because he squished the shit out of whoever it was. And
Yeah.
you know what? And we didn't talk about it, but that was another decent showing. Was it a triple threat match with the
between,
library?
between Peter, what is his name? Peter something. It starts with an S. I just call him the librarian. Yeah, the librarian, Darby Allin, and Sean Spears.
Yeah, and Sean Spears. Yeah. And Darby Allin won that, right?
Right, and I loved, and and you know what?
But you see what I'm saying, though? Look, we're going back to the beginning.
Real quick.
Darby Allin versus the fucking librarian. Now we're going to have Darby Allin next week versus fucking John Moxley. You see what I'm saying?
See, and that's how I know you don't. That's how I know you're.
I like Darby Allin.
But you know what? We'll support him in him stepping up against Moxley. I know Moxley's your guy. Moxley's my guy too.
No, it was an open challenge though. So truthfully, anybody could have stepped up. So yeah, you're right in that. Yeah. But no, my guy's fucking Cody. Cody's my dude. Real shit. Cody's my dude, and then after that, it was Scorpio Sky, but not anymore. And you will see in tomorrow's video exactly.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit too. That's why I was saying, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
Because I saw it finally.
Oh,
but no, Hangman. Like I told you before, Hangman is my guy. That's my number one. my number one man in AEW, and then probably Cody. Yeah, Cody. Yeah, Cody is definitely after Hangman, and then Moxley, then Omega. So
Word.
yeah.
So it is what it is, folks, man. Another live stream, man. Like I said, this is just one, man. We were late as fuck. It is what it is. It was kind of my fault. He had to catch up on the NXT as well.
Yeah.
We were late. Next time, we're gonna fucking figure this shit out, man. Like, I'm gonna have to just go in between the commercial breaks. To be honest, I'm thinking that's what's gonna be next week. Go in between the commercial breaks. But we may come back Friday after SmackDown, depending on how good it is. But you already know,
Possibly.
it may not even be worth fucking even. Like, truthfully, after SmackDown, make sure you turn the computer off, just so it doesn't catch any fucking.
I'm just gonna tell y'all this: don't get y'all damn hopes up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Uh-huh.
Don't get y'all damn hopes up.
Delicious water, man. You should have been talking while I was drinking the water, man. Golly, you gotta talk. What? If you drinking water, I'm gonna talk, man. You gotta talk while somebody else drink. No.
Well, somebody might need to be encouraged by that, Aaron.
Nah, I feel you. Shit, water drinking definitely. Everybody needs water for real, man. Drink more water, real shit. You gotta drink water. If you don't drink water, you're fucked. You know how you put on lotion?
That's beautiful.
And you get dried up. You get dry skin on the outside. If you don't drink water, your inside's drying the fuck up. Like, for real. Lubricate the inside.
See, Aaron, it's not that hard to let go of beer for a little bit. See?
I drank a little bit though. But I've just cut a new leaf, man.
That's awesome. I'm gonna give you another round of applause for that. That's great. That's great.
Change the name.
Maybe we ought to call you It's H2O.
Oh, hell no.
Ooh, yeah.
No, it'd be better. It's water.
Nah, H2O sounds a
lot
better. See, now you can do water reviews. See, now you can do Crystal. You could do Crystal.
I drink that.
You could do Aquafina. You can review Deer Park.
Hell no, I ain't drinking no Deer Park. You don't say Nestle. You say Nestle, I'm cutting this shit immediately. I ain't drinking no
Nestle.
Nestle.
Nestle water is yeah. Nah,
Black water. I've reviewed Black water. Amanda Gossett. I've already reviewed Black water on my fucking channel.
Did you say Black water?
Yeah, have you seen that shit? Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
I've reviewed Black water. Oh,
wow.
You know. Of course you know. But yeah, I reviewed Black. It's weird. It's like, it just tastes like water. If you drink it with your eyes, it's just like regular water. But it's like, everything's a mind fuck. Like, if you look at something, you fucking have a perception of it. It's going to be heavy or anything. Like, it's just water. But shit, man, damn, now we're on water. For everybody still in the chat, we definitely appreciate y'all pulling up. Definitely like the video, subscribe, hit the bell so whenever we do, because we do impromptu just fucking jump on lives at times on wrestling.
That's why we 2 marks with a microphone.
2 marks with mics. Shit, we don't know what we doing with this shit. We just do shit. You know what I'm saying? We're not in the business. We're not in the business.
That's why we're marks.
It is what it is, man. But it is what it is, man. Damn it. Next time I say it is what it is, man, I'm going to fucking punch myself in the face 18 times with fucking brass knuckles on. But we're done, man. I hope you all enjoyed this fucking live stream via YouTube. And I don't have my YouTube browser up. I'm going to click this end stream button on this program, and this bitch better stop. And I'm going to review this hoe and see if I'm going to keep using this program. If not,